Don't worry about being lit.
I love it.
There's more to it than that, but yeah.
I know. I didn't want to read the rest. I'm lazy. No, because I know we have stuff to do. I'm gonna put this on sound.
Check.
Be professional.
Check. Oh, I'm gonna do the same.
Check.
Yes. So yeah, I just sent you a text. That said, "Don't worry about being lit," because you're afraid. Welcome everybody to the episode. Back with Matt DeVries here. It's been a long time, but yeah. So I call
Part two,
right? But I called him. Hey Matt, I'm ready for you. Come on over. He's like, oh shit, I forgot. I'm kind of lit. Do you think we can postpone it till the morning? I'm like, don't worry, we're gonna keep it going. So I poured a couple fresh cocktails here.
Good looking out.
Cheers. Drink it all. Sometimes the poison sinks to the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you.
Man, so yeah, we've been wanting to do this for a long time. Our first one was even just on a Zoom or whatever FaceTime because it was COVID, I think, right? Yeah. COVID had just started, and obviously
we did FaceTime.
You live in Florida now.
A couple pounds more.
You don't look like. Oh, you were.
I was.
Was then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to go back and reference that, but.
Yeah. This people, commented.
Really?
But, yeah, they're like, one of the guys said, the weight that Rob lost Matt gained.
Really? Somebody said that? Well, and what's funny is
you're like, nah.
What's funny was I was like maybe at my thinnest then, or whatever. Probably because I'd stopped drinking for a while.
No, you look good.
And you were bummed. Yeah. You were bummed because you came on and you wanted to have some drinks, and we had talked about wanting to have like a cocktail hour, but I wasn't. So, but here we are. We're out on the Lamb of God Henbegger's boat cruise. Our first chat out on the open seas.
Yeah, this is great.
Last night was our first time playing out on the open seas.
Dude,
thank you for reminding me. I forgot to turn on this light. So the first couple minutes of that aren't going to look as good as now. Now we look great.
Now I look good.
Yeah. Just two angles. I wanted to get a third one going, but
okay.
Yeah, but this, like, if you guys could see behind, this is my bed right here. It's a pretty small room, so these. I had to try to make this work. So this isn't going to be the greatest production. Or maybe in post it's going to turn out nice.
Oh, this is cool.
We'll see.
This is cool. So you talked to Big John.
Yeah.
I love Big John. He's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. I'm excited that you guys talked.
Because
people really need to know what he does and what his background is and why he's so amazing. Uh-oh, what do you got?
Dude, this isn't starting well. It's only because we just jumped into it, but the audio wasn't going there, but now it is. But we'll still have audio. It just won't be the microphone audio. So, but now it will be. Okay, everything's good now.
Anywho,
so the first couple minutes of this are shot because that we just did. But anyways,
okay.
We're just getting warmed up anyways. No, but yeah. Hello, welcome. Yeah. So in case in whatever order I release these in, and people that don't know, I just before Matt sat down with Big John, Chimaira's sound guy. That's who he's referring to. So maybe you know that, maybe you don't. But I just did another episode with him, and it went really well. Go on. Sorry to interrupt. What were you saying about
him? That's brilliant. So I think it's very relevant. Our career, like he's like you said last night, he's a member of our band.
Yeah.
He's the 6th or 7th member of our band.
Who would you say? Or I thought
8th.
I would say like Shiggles, a member.
Yeah.
Ben Shiggles.
It takes a village, and it really does for our band too. And I'm stoked that he can get credit for what he does, and I'm stoked that you interviewed him.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was good.
He was an hour, just about an hour.
Cool.
He was, and he had to leave to go start mixing Death Clock too, which I'm going to go watch now. Now I'm real interested to go after that whole thing.
What time's that?
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
Okay,
so
good.
We got about an hour and a half, but
we're good.
or an hour or so. But yeah, it was just a pleasure because, and I think it's an interesting perspective for people too to hear just from a mixing engineer's perspective of how a show is, and people don't think about that when they go to concerts. Most people, I would say, they just want to have a great concert experience, and what makes up a great concert experience is great sound, great look, and great performance, right? And so, the sound engineer and the production company and team that puts all that on and everything is so important. People don't often think about that.
Yep.
But everyone likes looking at the mixing desk and wondering what's going on and throwing in comments like, turn it up!
Yeah. No, it's great because, like last night, Buzz from Unearth is like he, gave Big John a shove and he's like, this mix is fucking awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah. So bands that have seen us since 2001 or 2004 maybe. When have we toured them first? 2000.
Unearth?
2003, whatever it was. Anyways, they've seen us, they've heard us, and he was impressed. And yeah, I talked to a lot of people like that. Like, holy shit, you guys sounded great. And that's because of Big John. Like, obviously, you know, thank God, you know, we're good players, but, you know, we do our homework. But the Big John makes it fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could play our best, and if we had a shitty sound engineer, it would still sound like shit, you know. So, well, tell us about your experience so far. This is your second cruise because you did one with Fear Factory before, right?
Second cruise. I did a cruise a decade ago. I did 70,000 tons of metal, and it was Unearth and Fear Factory. So I did double duty. So it was kind of funny. I did 2 shows with each band over 4 days, and with Unearth, I hadn't played with them in a minute, so I was rehearsing every day, you know, by myself on the computer, listening to Unearth tunes, and did that. It was awesome, but that being said, this is, we're getting treated way better on this one.
Yeah?
Like everything, from the rooms to the hospitality to everyone being on point with what we need, or like you wake up, you know what you're gonna do type thing. So 6-man is brilliant.
Yeah. Or you're sitting on the other cruise like you didn't know what was going to be going on that day? Or something?
No, I didn't know
Really?
shit. Not saying that was bad, but comparatively speaking, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
This is great.
That everything's been run really well.
Sure.
No
Is
one
that
ever.
out of?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
All right.
No one ever says. I mentioned to you today, like no one working here says no or don't do that
No,
or
they're all,
anything.
they're all
you
like,
can just
yes,
do whatever
sir.
you want. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, sir?
yeah.
Okay.
Was that a knock?
What was that?
Was that a knock?
Oh, I hope so. I hope
A special guest, maybe.
We
coming
might
by.
have a special guest.
No, I don't see
Not
anybody.
yet,
I don't see
All
anybody.
right, anyways, edit that one out.
Yeah,
Go on.
Well, maybe it'll be a good foreshadowing.
Second cruise, way better cruise in my opinion. Like better lineup. Like I'm actually a fan on this cruise. Like seeing Carcass and Napalm Death, like my 2 favorite bands I've ever in my top 5 since I was like 13 years old. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, you're
Like,
saying Bill Steers, one of your favorite guitar players.
I
You
met Bill
met Barney
Steers,
tonight.
one of my favorite. No, I've known Barney, but I met Bill Steers, one of my favorite guitarists since I was, you know, a kid. And I want to meet him again. I met him in 1991. I got his autograph, and you know all the guys in Napalm when he was playing for Carcass. Anyways, but Barney, just talked to him for like an hour. It was the coolest conversation ever. I went up to Barney, and I'm fanboy. Like I geeked out. Like I went up to Barney. I'm like, hey Barney. He's like, yeah, Matt, Chimaira. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, no way. There's no way Barney from Napalm remembers me from who knows when we played together. You know what I mean? Who knows when I met him? Like, but yeah.
Do you have you played
Yeah.
in Napalm? Or
I don't know. Maybe Fear Factory did. Like maybe Chimaira did. Like I have no idea. Maybe Unearth did. But I was expecting him to say, "Oh, nice to meet you."
Yeah.
I was like fucking blown away. So yeah,
That's cool.
Kid in a Candy Store. Today's my favorite day on the planet for the conversation, an hour-long conversation about like picking, you know, Barney's brain about everything you can imagine that you want to pick someone's brain that you grew up worshiping in a band. I asked every question. So
That's cool.
for an hour, and he sat there, you know, in catering and fucking, you know, he loved it. Like it was cool.
Good.
He's like, this is why I do this. You know, I asked him, I'm like, I'm so sorry I'm punishing. He's like, no, this is why I do this.
Are they still playing tonight yet? Mm-hmm. Where at?
Yep. Stand by.
Yeah, they gave us these little printouts with
Let me
everybody.
get my
wanting to play,
readers
but
on
it-
because
but
I'm 47 years old. Okay.
nothing to be ashamed of. It happens.
Napalm, 12:30. So yeah, I'm
12:30.
watching for
Oh.
sure. Well,
At theater?
if I don't drink with Rob all night, I'm watching for sure.
All right. So in the theater, the deck up
no,
top,
it
or
was a
what?
weird one.
Yeah, so there's like 4 or 5 different stages.
There's
on
like
this.
5
There's like a
different
theater.
stages.
There's
yeah.
the thing up top that we played on the first night, which was crazy. Just
They're playing Magnums. I think that's the stage below the Irish pub.
see, I never even heard of that one. They just
Yeah,
they keep
it's
creating
below the
more
Irish
stages.
pub. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, but each day they make these announcements in the morning.
Yep.
Schedule change because I don't know, things keep getting moving around, or or bands
Weather,
can't perform,
whatever it is.
Like Lamb of God went on early today up there because in anticipation of rain.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they announced that, but yeah, everything's been rad on this, huh?
Yep. No, it's been super fucking cool. So far, I'm stoked. Yeah.
So you think you're gonna make it to 12:30 for Napalm?
No.
That's a late one. Yeah. Hey, you know what they say?
What
the
time
flesh
is it?
is willing, or no, the mind is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Ah, God, it's
Yeah,
almost
you got another
9.
3.5 hours.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna
yeah,
check
I
out.
can. If you do, I will.
No, I
you're
can't
passing
commit to
out.
that. I can't commit to that. Plus, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know a single Napalm Death song or whatever like that. I mean, if they were playing like right now, I'd go check them out, of course. But I'm not staying up until 12:30.
I gotta get you into Harmony Corruption, Utopia Banished. You'll fall in love.
I've always liked that album title, Utopia Banished.
it's
You know, it's just a cool title, even though I've never heard the record.
That album. Oh my God.
What's
So
your favorite
good.
tune?
Off of Harmony Corruption is If the Truth Be Known. Utopia Banished, probably the opening track. I can't remember right now.
Were you an Entombed fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Left
For some
Hand
reason, I
Path.
think of them when I think of Napalm.
Left Hand
too,
Path.
but-
What do you think about fuck? What's our song?
Secrets of the Dead.
No.
Inside the
one
Horror.
that sounds like Entombed. I'd have to have a guitar.
One that sounds
Do you have
like
a guitar?
Entombed. I don't have a guitar in here. I wish I did. One that sounds like Entombed.
Oh yeah, we have a song that's straight up Entombed. The opening riff, Mark wrote it.
Oh, dude, Black Heart.
Yes, Black Heart. The opening rift.
Rift.
I said rift.
That's a
The
sick
opening riff
man.
is so fucking Entombed. It's ridiculous. And then the riff in general, but the chorus or the harmony. That's Entombed for sure.
I'd like to hear the Entombed song.
Yeah.
To compare them.
Yep.
I'm familiar with Black Heart.
Yep.
Yeah. So how are things in life though, just in general? You glad to be playing again?
Yes,
Again,
absolutely.
So, I guess that's a stupid question.
No, it's good.
A musician given the opportunity to play again probably is going to enjoy it, right?
No, it's great. I am happy to be just playing in general, but the cruise was awesome. Like when we got the offer, I was like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. And then secondary to that, I was, being in Florida, drive 1 hour south and fucking go on port.
Yeah, easy.
Whatever.
Easy
It was
peasy.
great. It was easy. It was brilliant. So
Yeah. And now we finally got Matt on the pitch shifting technology, which got Jim on for
Yes.
incarceration. So that means
Yes.
he's using the pitchfork pedal. And now we
Two
only need
guitars
2 guitars.
only.
So much easier to fly with. Yeah, we can play all our tunings with this
So
thing.
I'm playing my ESPs, and that's it.
Yeah, and it sounds great. You know, like last night was the first example
sounded good.
or 2 nights ago was the first example of all of us playing in drop C tuned guitars down to drop A for some of those pass out songs, and it sounded I couldn't tell any difference, right?
It sounded great. I couldn't tell.
Isn't it more comfortable to play too because you're just playing on a 6 string with your gauges that you like and everything, and I love it.
I was gonna mention that when you're playing a C guitar, the guitar tuned to C or whatever with a 52 gauge, like we do, like it just feels right.
Yeah.
And then you just hit it, like everything felt right.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like I don't like B, I don't like A, I don't like the gauge of string, I don't like going down. That was kind of more of a like let's do this to be heavy type thing.
Playing on 7
And
strings.
back then it was cool, but now it's like no,
It's just, we just achieved the same thing with our 6 strings.
Yeah, no, Rob
Beautiful.
recommended. I bought the
Beautiful.
pedal. We're set. It was great.
Indeed,
It was great.
And your guitar sound too is pretty ripping and the combination you've never used, not that I know of, you're using a 5153 through a Marshall like 1960 or
the
something.
5153 was ridiculous. Like the tone is incredible. Like I want to buy one. So I 5153 through a Mesa whatever, or through a Marshall. Doesn't matter as long as it's got good speakers. Celestians or whatever, but so I don't ever worry about that. I worry about the head. So channel 1, I started tweaking it. It sounded like shit. Channel 2, I started tweaking it. sounded a little bit better. And then channel 3, I'm like, oh, thank God. It's like 3 Bears, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounded brilliant. So I'm like, okay, now I get it. I was like, fuck, I was worried at first. I'm like, this head sucks, but I didn't know anything about it 51, 53. So the 3rd channel cranked. I didn't even have to crank much as far as gain or whatnot, but yeah, scooped the mids, unlike you.
It sounds cool.
Fucking
I think
brilliant.
the 5153s have a different, just like a kind of a smooth drive to them. There's some drive about them that does, that's
I
a
was
little
so
bit different. It's pretty good.
pumped on the tone. Like, I was so pumped.
Do you remember me telling you this? You were setting up on the first night, and you were standing in front of it, across the stage, and like you had just turned it on, and you weren't getting any sound yet or anything like that. But you were standing in front of it strumming, and I just kind of see this out of the corner of my eye. I'm not really thinking.
That shit's gone down again.
Well,
sorry.
hold
Go
on.
on.
What I couldn't see, because the drums were kind of in the way, was Jim was right there playing, and he had his like distortion on or whatever. So what it looked like to me was that Jim's bass sound was the sound. I didn't see him. That was coming through because you're playing, but you don't have any sound yet. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck?
You're like, this is awful.
Yeah,
we're
like,
all doomed.
Dude, something's
like
way wrong with that thing.
Luck,
Yeah.
2017, 2023, 2024, like he's fucked. But no, luckily, the last 2 shows, fucking brilliant.
Yeah, once you got it going, it's good.
As far as tone and everything else, thank God.
Yeah, it's worked. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
We got one more show tomorrow.
Yep.
Today was a day off, but kind of a bummer. We're in the Dominican Republic, but you get off of these excursion days.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say. So I texted Buzz from Unearth. I'm like, what's up with the, excursion? And he's like, yeah, whack. He's like, winds were so high. I walked out 100 feet and then walked back, and so we did the same thing. We walked out, and the crew was like, "You're going outside, really?"
Yeah, everybody coming in is drenched, and they're looking at us like, you guys are going out there.
You guys are crazy.
They're giving everybody towels as they're coming back in to dry off and stuff, but we're like, well, let's just do it anyways. Let's see what happens. So, yeah, we go out there, made it 100 feet, turned right back around.
Turned around, came back in.
Just torrential downpour and
so
wind.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We went to DR.
We stepped foot on the Dominican Republic, but then, didn't go into town or anything.
That's it.
But still, it's enough. You could say you've been there,
Yeah.
But I hear it's just a bunch of like tourist shops and stuff.
Yeah, it's just shops.
And you said owned by the cruise line, right?
It's owned by the cruise line. Unless you go far, it's just shops. Yeah. I wanted to go I saw a fort or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I wanted to see that. I like history, but at the same time,
I thought about that.
I'm fine with not going.
Same here. But as we were leaving, I saw that fort too, and I just wondered, I wonder if there's sunken ships like right below us right now from back in those war days. They just got cannoned out or something, But yeah, it looked like a fortress, man, and so that was pretty cool. I was looking forward to trying to get some good food, like plantains and stuff, but
that's local food. Fuck.
But obviously the food's been good here too.
It has.
Buffet style.
Should we take them?
For a walk down to the this whole setup here, Matt. Hold this light. I'll hold the laptop. We need a Todd Bell for that type of stuff, Anywho,
who did you want to see the most?
I'll be honest and say that there was nobody that I was like, I got to check it out. I definitely wanted to see the Lamb of God Ashes of the Wake set.
Yeah. Was that first night, second night? Fuck,
which I tried to check them out the first night, but they weren't doing that. Yeah, they weren't doing that. But I heard they did it today, but I didn't go for it because they went on early and I was getting all this set up.
But I missed.
You saw a little bit today?
I saw a little bit.
I imagine it was rocking.
Oh, it was fucking awesome. Lamb of God's great, and I got to talk to the guys afterwards. That was it. Like we saw like 1 or 2 songs, me and Jim. Mm-hmm. Good
Lunchbox.
But I felt bad. Yeah, lunchbox.
That's what Randy calls Jim. Yeah. But Randy did like a spoken word thing on stage with Riki Rachtman right before we played yesterday. So he was hanging around and the Riki Rachtman thing.
Yeah, and Riki Rachtman was doing the spoken word tonight. Fuck.
Dude, that's so cool. I'm starstruck by him. Like I got on the bus as we were leaving the hotel to come to embark on the ship. Or board the ship, or whatever. And I get down on my seat. I seriously did a double take. So there's a guy sitting behind me on the bus. I sit down, I see this guy, and I turn back around. I'm like, and I look back, and I'm like, whoa, Riki Rachtman?
Yes.
He's like, yep. And I'm like, dude,
please tell the story about Austin.
Yeah, Austin's sitting there talking. Austin's right across from me. He's like, Austin's like, what band are you with?
Yeah. So the long story short of it is Austin's talking to Riki, and they were hitting it off, talking about like growing up or whatever, living in South Florida, Orange County, whatever.
Orange
and then
County,
he goes,
yeah.
"What band are you playing with?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I'm like, he's the reason this it's called this.
Yeah.
Because he used to be on the show. That was I didn't even want to say anything, and then Ricky's wife is like, "Headbangers Ball," and then he got it, and he was like, "Oh fuck." But it was the funniest thing you could imagine. But yeah, getting on that bus and seeing Riki, I was like, "Fucking, this is so cool." Like, honestly, like I got into metal because of him. Mm-hmm. Most metal because of him.
Oh yeah, dude. Growing up, when Headbangers Ball would be on, that was what you looked forward to as a metalhead because it's just especially I think
you
a lot of the time.
Riki. You turn on the TV, it's Riki. Like, and now he's on
Cannibal
this tour,
and Megadeth and the Slayer guy,
Austin,
Pantera all
and
the
Austin
time.
didn't recognize him.
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, you'll never live that down. But
I think Riki appreciated that a little bit in some way.
Yeah,
because he always gets recognized,
right?
Recognized,
right? Yeah, rock.
But yeah, it was fucking incredible. But yeah, that being said, seeing Riki on the bus going to, like, and he's cool as shit. Like, we talked. He likes Chimaira. I was like, fuck yeah, Chimaira,
Really?
He likes Chimaira a lot. Yeah, it's so cool. And this whole cruise is ridiculous. With just people in general that love metal and have been in the scene for a long time. It's
you know what I was excited to see at the gates. But, I mean, obviously, Carcass is a very worthy replacement.
That's what I said on my. I posted. I'm like, it fucking sucks about At the Gates, but Carcass, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The best replacement ever, because I'm the biggest Carcass fan ever.
Yeah. One more thing about Headbangers Ball. How cool is it then that they did the revival of that, and Jamie Hatebreed was the guy, and we went on there. Remember that? Oh yeah. We in New York City one time. We went on there, and
the first time I told you about it, you're like, I was on Headbangers Ball. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's fucking amazing that you didn't remember.
I do remember now.
One of the biggest, coolest things we ever did.
Yeah.
But it's not anywhere on. I can't find it.
Yeah,
I can't find the film.
They just tried the reboot, and I mean, I don't know how long it lasted, but it was just never the same. MTV's never been the same, as it was back in our
cool.
day.
It was cool that Jamie did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it never got as big.
Do you play guitar at home? Do you keep your guitars out? Or are they no playing?
To be honest, no. I play. Yes, because we've been playing.
Obviously, preparation for this.
On and off with preparation, but no, just because I don't have time. I do, but I don't. When I have the time, I just don't. I think, unfortunately, I need something to look forward to play the guitar, so I look forward to playing in preparation. Otherwise, I'm just not touching it. Maybe if I had more time off and there's nothing going on, I'd pick it up, but luckily we haven't had that big of a gap, so I'm always picking it up just to prep.
The chops are there. You haven't missed a beat. Tell us about your preparation routine. Like, how do you start getting ready? Is it just you get the song list or whatever, and then you just kind of go at it, or what?
I get the song list, and I set up a little, space in my living room. I just go for it. Like, I get the set list, and I'll program it in my Apple Music, from front to back, whatever the set list is, and then I just play along. That's it.
Just playing, yeah.
Yeah.
Remembering stuff.
Remembering stuff, and if I can't remember shit, I'll text Rob.
Yeah, we'll text each other. Hey, who plays this part? Who starts
this part? Who the fuck starts this part? Like last night. Last night too, I was like, I know I'm starting Worthless, but fuck, am I starting Worthless? And I started it, so I'm like, good.
But I screwed up because but I missed it because
really?
My eyes jumped over Worthless on the set. You know how that happens sometimes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I figured what it was. Let's just say Gold Room ended.
So I couldn't hear you because I'm just playing.
I looked down and I just saw Nothing Remains. So I'm like, okay, I got time to walk back to my amp. Sean's gonna start the sample and stuff, and all of a sudden I hear I'm like, oh, what? For that split second, I'm like, what? And then I hear dun 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 dun. I'm like, oh, So yeah. I just skipped over it.
Honestly, I think back in the day, I started that. But
you think?
Yes, but no, let's not think
Okay,
like
yeah.
that. So we don't
we got
fuck
it
each other
down.
up.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're playing it tomorrow.
I think back in the
but,
day, if you look at live footage, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So little things like that, text Rob or I don't know, just look at, I'm looking at, like Mark sent the set list and he's like coming alive ending, blah, blah, blah. So I got coming alive queued up and I click on it, go to the ending, figure out the ending, then rehearse the song. So I'll do, in the beginning, I'll do 2 months. So the first month I'll do maybe half a set a day, and then the other half, every other day. And then I'll do, in the second month before the show, I'll do the full set every single day, and go from there.
Yeah. I think it's important, at least for me, to build up the calluses on my fingers.
Building up the
and
calluses
stuff,
and building up the muscles.
Yeah.
Because you have to. Like, if you're playing a song like Worthless or Nothing Remains and you're not warmed up and you haven't done it in a long time, you're fucked.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just don't have that stamina anymore that you'd get being on tour, playing it every night, and to where it becomes just second nature.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's rough. And it's still rough, like certain times.
yeah.
Resurrection.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I fell behind a little bit on
I'm
that
like,
one. Yeah.
that muscle, right?
Yeah.
So anywho.
We just need to tell Austin, slow that down.
Yeah, slow the fuck down. And slow down the flame, please. Because actually last night was perfect.
I felt pretty good with it. Yeah, it was. I'd say faster than the first night.
The tempo was
at least it felt it to me.
perfect.
But yeah, it was manageable for sure. And yeah, some nights you hit it just right.
I don't know why, like certain times, I don't know why Rob wrote those riffs. I don't get it. Like, why would you write something so complicated?
I was being stupid. I think I was inspired by Decapitated.
No doubt.
What
a good band.
Maybe.
What a
like
great
that.
band.
Yeah. Was that? Were you? You were
No.
just telling us a story today.
Oh God!
Was that Decapitated
Should we
sound
tell
guy?
that one?
You,
I don't know if we should.
well, long story short, a guy that was it Decapitated?
It was
A guy that worked for
Decapitated. It was a
Decapitated,
sound guy, yeah.
drunk one night, like stole one of those scooters you can rent on the street in Russia.
Tokyo.
In Tokyo, blasted through a bank's front huge picture window
Plate
or
glass
whatever.
window.
Right? Yeah, got
Plate glass
arrested,
window.
all bloody, and that's crazy.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I don't. It doesn't matter. So yeah, he stole that. But apparently, from what Jerry said to me too, he stole the motorbike or whatever, the moped.
Scooter? It was a moped.
Scooter, moped, whatever. And first of all, so he ran into one of those vending machines in Tokyo worth like $100,000.
You said it had like Rolexes in it and stuff, right?
Yeah, and then he went to the plate glass window at a
dude.
bank, and yeah,
That's one of those nights that
Yeah.
you wake up the next morning and you're like,
yeah. But the funniest part about that was when I was loose, just drinking sake, and I remember walking by and looking at that. This is before it happened. I remember looking at the moped and being like, cool to fucking just steal it and ride around. But I didn't do it. Because I'm that dude.
And as you were
but I didn't do
describing it, I thought, with one of those things, wouldn't you have to like create an account and enter payment information to get it to fire up or
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
So then when you tell me about the other guy that actually got into that trouble, who I assume was drunk too, I imagine he had to do all that stuff, create an account in Tokyo, and follow some instructions on some app in the middle of the night, in Tokyo just to get the thing going.
And then just get lit and
yeah.
just full speed.
Oh man, yeah. And then a $10,000 fine, you said, to
It
avoid jail.
It was at least 10,000, and then according to Jerry, the
promoter helped them out because they wanted the show to go on.
So there's a promoter with us, and he got him out of it. Of course, got him out of being arrested. Just had to pay money. But there was another promoter that they're I don't even know.
In cahoots somehow.
Yeah, in cahoots, and the one promoter said you're gonna put this band on my next festival type thing, and they made a deal, and but anyways, he's not working for them anymore.
Yeah.
Decapitated.
I wonder if he did the show the next night or not.
Fucking love that band. That
Yeah.
band's so good.
But dude, oh my God, do they attract trouble? Well, I mean, obviously, some obviously so unfortunate that there's
Right.
been guys killed in their van accidents
right.
or whatever.
Absolutely. But besides that,
Didn't they get into like a van accident and a bus accident or
Yeah.
something like that? And then that whole thing out in California where they all got arrested and they
Yep.
weren't they like kept in California or in jail or something
Oh,
for months
God.
or something
I
like
don't
that
know.
for
I don't know.
yeah, some alleged
Should we talk about
weird
that? I don't
charge.
know.
Yeah, I won't go into detail, but I mean, I mean, every time that I see they're on tour, I think, wow, these guys are just they're in it for the long haul.
Dude,
they just
they're
keep going.
so-
Nothing can stop them.
They're so good though. Like I
Yeah.
listen to it. They're that band where I'm like, I wish I wrote that riff.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love that band.
Yeah, Vog's been doing a bunch of these videos where he's just jamming riffs or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're incredible. You
Yep.
know, the solos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool. I saw him with Machine Head like right as COVID hit when he was out with those guys. You know,
Yep.
I think that was the last show at the Agora before it shut down because of COVID and stuff. But yeah, he ripped it with those guys. Then super nice too. We hung out for a bit. Told him how much we loved the
that's dope.
Negation. You know, and what's the one? I love the one after that. And obviously Nihility, the one before that with the Spheres
Oh,
of Madness.
God.
That's probably what inspired
Spheres
the Flame.
is that inspired the Flame, I'm sure. Fuck, those riffs, like impressive. Love that band.
Indeed. Something about something in the water in Poland. You know,
Yeah.
or something in the pierogies, I should say.
Yeah. Oh God. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So playing.
Yeah, this is a funny story.
We played in Poland, and then afterwards we're like, after show food. What do you want? Like
it was a huge spread.
pierogies, of course.
all this stuff, but we're like, oh, no pierogies.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they brought down like a dozen different kinds.
Homemade, the best pierogies I've ever had in my life, and we had Polish vodka up the ass. So we're getting fucking riffed on vodka and pierogies. Like it was the best night ever. Like Bravo stoked.
I was.
Yeah.
I know like 3 or 4
Heritage,
Polish words,
right?
and one of them is I'm probably not saying it right, but "Yacie kocham" means "I love you" or whatever. And you know, I never talk into the mic.
fucking
But at the end
awesome.
of the show, it was a banging
Oh,
show.
you said that.
I
That
said
was a
that into
huge
the
show.
mic, and everyone went nuts.
Yeah, that show was sold out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was huge. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like
was
1,000, 2,000, whatever it was. It was great.
Yeah, I think that was Warsaw. We may have played one other city there too. I can't remember, but I feel like it was 2 shows. But
Probably
maybe.
did. I can't remember.
You know, it was a band that I just saw that was fun. They were one of the opening bands on the Sepultura show I just went to, Agnostic Front. So we did those
Dude,
shows with
so
Hatebreed and
good.
Sick of It All. I
So
never watched
good.
them once. I don't know. I don't know why.
Really?
I just
No,
never
I
paid
grew up
attention.
on them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know you and Jim would always talk
I
about loving them and
love
stuff.
them.
And
Yeah.
what's the one guitar player's name?
For AF?
Yeah.
Stigma?
Yeah, Vinny Stigma. Vinny Stigma. Yeah, dude. I just enjoyed his show. He has so much fun on
He's
stage.
incredible.
And yeah,
He was so
charisma.
funny. There's so many stories about him because he's fucking iconic. He's been in the scene since before we were born. But I remember him saying like, he was like, oh yeah. He was saying something about my SG. He's like, yeah, I got one of them. Because he plays SG. And I'm like, oh cool, he plays my signature? I don't think he does. But
he's got
one of them. And
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah. And I started reading his book. It's fucking pretty cool so far. But
Oh yeah, what is it? Just like an autobiography? or?
Autobiography, yeah. And he's been in the scene forever. Like, he's 60. You know, he's been in the New York hardcore scene, punk scene forever. And that is fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
Vinny Sigma is iconic when it comes to hardcore, New York hardcore, of course.
They were good.
But yeah, when we did that reminds me, when we did that Hatebreed, what was it called? Stillborn Fest.
Yeah.
It was us. It was Sick of It All.
Yeah, that's
it
what I'm
was
talking about, yeah.
Agnostic Front. Who else?
Maybe Madball?
Maybe Madball, yeah. So it was all these iconic bands in the hardcore scene playing before us. And I just felt weird. I'm like, this is amazing, but this is crazy. But they were all cool as shit.
Yeah, everybody was
They were
cool.
all super respectful and cool. Like, they don't care who they're playing before. I was like, okay, good. Because it kind of felt weird, like, playing after those bands. But it was awesome. It was, I'm trying to think. It was AF, Sick of It All, one of my favorite bands on the planet. Yeah, it must have been. Besides Hatebreed, it must have been just those two.
And maybe Madball.
Maybe
Yeah,
Madball.
But maybe
Yeah,
not.
regardless,
Madball. Maybe our first time playing with Madball was that Sounds the Underground Europe.
Sounds
which
the
was a great
Underground
time.
Europe. That was great.
Yeah.
Playing Mafia every night.
Yeah. Mantis.
The game Mafia.
Yeah, Unearth was on that one.
Yep. Unearth, Us, Terror. Terror was another one that was fucking brilliant. We toured them a bunch.
Yeah, they're fun guys.
Yep.
Wings, Beer, and Sports.
Yeah.
What's the drummer's name? Nick? Maybe Nick? Or,
Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a side project called Wings, Beer, and Sports.
That's the best name for a band ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that combination? You know?
Oh God, that's why he named it. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, beat it, and then Buffalo Wild Wings ripped it off, right? So,
Yeah, fuckers. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite thing so far on this cruise?
I don't know. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. Yeah, but I didn't know if that was just going to sound cliche
No,
or something.
it's not. It's my favorite. Well, kind of. But go on.
Yeah, no, I would say that's got to be it. Last night felt great. I thought
last night was way better than the first night.
I enjoyed the monitor mix so much more than the first night.
Absolutely.
The first night was just, at least for me, it was just one of those ones where I'm like,
sick.
I can't even ask for anything. It's just not going to improve. There's just something about it. I just knew. I'm like, I'm just going to deal with it.
Yeah, that's it's been like that both nights. So nowadays, as opposed to back in the day, I just kind of go with it. I'm like, if I could fucking hear myself, like, I just don't. If it ain't broke, like, I don't want to fuck it up.
Yep.
So I'm like, God.
And a lot of the time you adjust to it.
Yeah.
You know, it isn't what you want right at first, but a couple songs in, you're used to it. And your mind and your ears just kind of adjust like that.
Yeah.
I am stoked to see you playing your two. Was that the MFA 4 and 5?
Yep.
Yeah. The black with the gold hardware and the brushed aluminum. But you haven't broke that one out yet, right?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, and we are playing Venom tomorrow. But like you said, you
I don't know if I will because.
Because we're playing Venom tomorrow, but you could maybe switch it up half and half or something. Yeah. Or do it like
I used to do.
Start with it or something, and
maybe I'll
switch at one of the breaks.
Because I should play it. It's brilliant, nice guitar.
Killer finish.
I'm most stoked about like playing number one, but number two. What I told you about having that hour-long conversation with Barney from Napalm Death, like my favorite, like honestly, top 3 favorite bands in the entire world.
So, what are your top 3 favorite bands?
Napalm Death, Carcass, Slayer, Sepultura. So that's 4.
That's okay.
But it goes back and forth.
That's awesome.
It goes back and forth with 5, but those 3 for sure.
I would have never guessed that Sepultura was in the top for you like that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Arise. Like, so the reason, so I'll tell you the reason. So the reason I love those bands is because number 1, the riffs. Number 2, they were the first, like I got into grindcore, but Carcass and Napalm took grindcore and started like grooving with it. You know, so I'm like, oh shit, you know, It has rhythm. And then fucking Sepultura took me to another level with a rise.
Yeah.
Like a dead embryonic.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then
that's the best riff. It's the best riff I've ever heard in my life.
That little thing was such an inspiration for me too. Like where one guitarist is just doing one guitarist does that, and the other one comes in. Well, that's still going on. That was such a big moment for me as a young guitar player. Like, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah, you can actually do that.
Yeah, and so, I mean, we do stuff like that. You know?
So honestly, I mean, that's off the rip. Like thinking out of the box. Like one of my 3 favorite bands. If I could think about it, I probably
Morbid Angel would be up there. Right?
Oh yeah,
and you're big like Altars of Maven.
So I was all about
Madness,
Altars.
Right? Yeah.
I was all about what is it? Not Blessed. No, it was Altars.
Covenant?
It was Falling in the Rats or whatever that song is.
Oh, the song.
Yeah.
You know, play that riff,
Yeah, I love Morbid. Yeah, bands like that. I remember. I think it was Record Exchange or something like that. I remember getting the cassettes and trading for. It was weird back then. You know, you trade for cassettes and you get.
You lived on the east side, but do you remember Perry's Rock Pile?
Oh yeah, of course.
That was like the metal place to get.
Ascension would sell very well there,
Yeah.
like he said.
Yeah, it was a killer music
So,
store
yeah.
in Cleveland. A lot of Cleveland fans obviously will
Yeah.
remember it and everything. But he was the type of guy, Perry, where you'd go in and like, at least for me, I'd get something. Oh, I'd ask you have this. You could also get 6 shirts there, and all that. But he was the type of guy where he'd give you some sampler. Oh, you got to check this out, and he'd like show me like
he would
Bloodlet
actually,
or
he
something.
would push it.
Like victory bands and
fuck
stuff like
yeah.
that. And and I'd be like, whoa, and then I'd come
You're
back
like, all right,
the
cool.
next day and get
Yeah.
I remember I bought Abomination there.
Hey, tell me about that.
Years
Did
of
you
Fire.
know Ascension or?
Yeah, well, of
Okay.
course. We had been
Okay.
already going to see you guys, playing while you were touring on the Years of Fire stuff, and then we heard you were doing a record. So I went up there, got it, me and Horace, and we just went back out to the car, and then just listened to the whole album in the car in the parking lot. Didn't even
Just sat there?
Yeah, we sat there and just listened to the whole album in the car, and we were blown away. Obviously.
Recently, so Chris and Craig and Big Metal Dave just hit me out. They're like, "What do you think about doing another show?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's so hard to even do Chimaira shows. You're hitting me up now." I'm like, I don't know, maybe, like give me till the 30th anniversary, because we're at the 28th or something, whatever it is. I'm like, I don't know. It's rough. It's hard enough for us,
Yeah. Yeah,
And there's no budget in that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it'd be just a what do they
It'll
call
be out
that?
of my pocket.
What do they call it? A passion project or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Which would be fun.
Would you assume it would be in Cleveland?
Yeah, oh yeah. It'd have to be for people to show up.
Yeah, there's some new venue that I can't remember what it's called, but I was hearing about it from Chris Zidibart at the Agora. Yeah, that they just converted some bowling alley, in Lakewood, into a new venue. And I think Earth Crisis is doing the kickoff show.
Oh no, wait! I saw that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what it's called, but obviously I saw that, and then I fucking hit Horace up like, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You get to see them again, because I haven't seen them in years, and I love that band.
But I think it's going to be like 1,000-seater or something, or it is.
No way.
And which would be great because that'll kind of like replace the Agora Ballroom, which Zidibart was telling me they no longer do shows there at all.
Yeah.
So it's only the theater.
Okay.
So there really isn't. Peabody's is gone now. The Agora Ballroom's gone now.
Yeah.
And then there's. I guess the Odeon made some sort of comeback, but a lot of those other smaller places, like what's that one in Coventry?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of smaller. And
Oh,
dinky.
Grog.
Grog Shop, yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's that other one that we did close to there where we did we played like an Infection show there. I remember it was the first time or maybe the only time we played Broken Glass. Oh, it was that MySpace show.
Oh, yeah,
MySpace
yeah.
sneaker show, but it wasn't very well attended.
Is that
or
the
something.
only time we played that?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that
We
show
should
being
bust that out again.
kind
That's
of
a good song.
kind of dud. Yeah, Broken Glass.
It's fun to play.
Dude, it's hard to play. I think that's one of when people ask what's a hard Chimaira song, I say Broken Glass because I think I did a playthrough for it. I know I did. I did a playthrough for it.
Yeah.
Dude, it took a ton of practice.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly thought I was thinking to write a very difficult song with a lot of notes because
You achieved it.
Rob writes that kind of shit, and I'm like, I need to write more shit like that. And that was the one song that came out, or the one riff that came out like that. I'm like, I need to keep
It's
up
a banger.
I need to keep up with Rob.
And I also thought the Infection needed a song like that, and it may kind of be like the only one
Yeah,
because
just threw in, yeah.
it's a pretty slower, groovier album.
It made it different.
So there's to get a cut like that was cool.
Yeah, I think that Infection, looking back, Infection needed more like that. And not like that song, but more up-tempo. Because it was real slow.
Yeah.
Real slow.
It was a different time period in the band.
Venom was great. It was fun to play, but I needed more. Like, when I played that on stage, I'm like...
I think it's a drag or two, sort of,
it's hard to... You can't move. You just kind of play.
Yeah.
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 And I've always been, especially now without hair, I feel even more slow. I'm like, fuck, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I'll say I like having the hair swinging around, even though I still wear a hat
It's
every night.
something,
But
yeah.
but I let my hair down, let it swing around, and I like that feeling. It's cool. The only thing I don't like is it just constantly goes in my mouth. Did you experience that?
Oh, yeah.
You must have.
Especially that length. When it was longer, it didn't, but yeah, for sure.
I miss your hair.
I do too.
I appreciate those years you had those flowing locks. Oh, and another thing too.
Can you put a little rest in peace thing here right here?
Maybe I can. Yes, Matt's hair. Yeah, recipes. Oh, and all brushing out those knots after that first night up on the deck when it's windy like that and everything. Dude, it was brutal. I feel like I removed half my hair just trying to brush these knots out.
Every single day, beginning of the day, end of the day, I was brushing out I was just taking out fucking like locks. Yep.
And now my hair's at an extra premium, so you need every strand at this when you're getting older. You know, fuck yeah. You know.
Sucks.
I still get trimmed up by Jim, but it's really just a neck shave. You know.
I don't know. Is that
and a bullshit
is
session.
That smart? Or
Yeah.
is he all right?
Yeah, he's good. But now he's cutting Robbie, my son's hair, you know, and every time.
Is that all right?
You know, yeah.
Okay, good.
Rob, do either of your boys have long hair? Have they ever?
No.
Do you
like,
encourage
not
it?
long, but no, I could care less. I couldn't care less, like whatever they want to do. But no, they're both like all about the poof. So I'm like, it's whatever.
I want Robbie to grow his long. He won't, and he's not into that at all. Whatever. But I'm envious of his healthy hair and like.
Yeah.
And it looks like it'd be perfect for long hair. Mine's wavy, but
That's
his
the
is
thing.
straight and just it'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Like, it would be
that's
like
the
yours,
thing.
you know.
Yeah, with Austin's it's like fucking straight hair. I'm like, look real good long. You should be in a band.
Yeah.
Nope.
I know. Isn't it crazy? I mean, we're two dads with all this guitar gear and like you know a legacy and all that, and sons don't play. You know.
So Austin, he appreciates what I do, but he's not into metal. So, for instance, he goes. The other day we were talking about Gojira. They were playing on, the Olympics or whatever.
Yeah,
we're watching
that was
together,
sick.
and he's like, "This is awesome." You know them? And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And actually, years ago when they played Cleveland and they weren't this big, I met them backstage and they told me what an influence they were, or what an influence Chimaira was on Gojira. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool." So he'll still tell me, he's like, he brought it up recently. He's like, "Yeah, it's cool. That band that played in the Olympics is, inspired by you. That's fucking awesome." But he still doesn't like metal.
Yeah.
He appreciates it, but he's not looking for it on, Spotify or whatever. But it was pretty cool. Him actually acknowledging the fact that I'm kind of cool.
Yeah. No.
Because he never, besides being at that show in, last year, him and his brother, besides being there and taking video.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. Like he was taking video almost the whole time, which I thought was like crazy. I'm like, you didn't have to do this. He's like, I wanted to. Anyways,
it's nice to get some
was
acknowledgement
cool.
or respect from your sons.
it was
like
cool
that
to
your dad
know
can be
that
cool a little bit.
that I'm kind of cool
Yeah.
in that genre.
On another level, something you
Yeah.
mentioned earlier today that's so awesome. How sick is it that Max Cavalera's son is playing in Soulfly with him on the
dude,
drums?
it's so
That's
dope.
awesome. He's jamming with his boy.
Yeah,
you know,
it'd be like if one of our kids was playing with us.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope,
Yeah.
Like if Austin were to play, and were to play with us, jam with your dad. That's fucking awesome. I've got old video of him playing on Austin's kit. It's cool.
Austin Diamond?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Crush kit. The Crush kit. When he was like 2,
Cool.
he was playing on it. That's cool. Because that's that long ago.
That was the black
but
and
it
yellow,
seems
right?
like
Yeah.
not that long ago because, I'm like, how long has Austin been jamming with us? But a long fucking time.
Yeah, so I'm thinking 10 years ago, that was that sick black and
That
yellow
was
Crush
10
kit, I
fucking
think,
years
right?
ago. It was.
Yeah.
The Penguins kit.
The
That's
black
what
and
I
yellow.
call
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
That's
call
cool.
it.
I'll flash a picture on the screen here. That was a cool kit. I know I have one.
I'll
saw it
send you
recently.
a video of him playing it. It's fucking
Okay.
dope.
Yeah, do that.
It's so cool. He's like fucking playing the kit like he's going crazy on it.
Awesome. Every little kid loves loves drums for a little
Yeah.
bit. Hitting the cymbals. Oh, what's this? sound
Yeah,
like?
yeah. Just beating the shit out of it. It's fun.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, Matt.
What the fuck
It's
happened
been
to
a
fucking
pleasure.
Barney?
I don't think
what the
Barney's
fuck, Barney?
coming by.
Sorry.
You can go find him.
Sorry.
And maybe I'll see you in about 20 minutes for.
Regardless, do the outro as if I didn't say that.
That's okay.
So,
Okay.
anyways,
Yeah.
thanks for coming out, guys. This is Rob. This is Matt. Anyways, go.
We appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully we'll do some more of these. Maybe you'll see some more of us.
No, we might
Only
do
time
more.
will tell.
We're
Only
gonna
time
take
will
this camera
tell.
out there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The audio is gonna sound like shit, but we're gonna go out
We'll
there.
see. We'll see. All right. Thanks, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You probably are if you've made it this far and you've been watching, but it's one of those things you got to say these days. So take it easy. Matt, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's do a show tomorrow.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
All right.
One more.
We'll see some of you then.
Peace.
All right.
Sorry
Good,
about the
good.
outro.
Dude, it's fine. It's
Where the
real.
fuck-
It's
where the
real. It's
fuck
good.
He said he was coming.
You know those napalm guys.